Okay, this is number 6. So we want to solve for x and find the measure of theta. So theta is right here, and we have some information about x. So let's stop and look at this relationship. So there are some things we do know about this picture. So this 6x minus 8 is obviously going to be an acute angle, right? So it's actually going to match this 6x minus 8. And this one right here is also going to be 6x minus 8. And this one over here is going to be the same as 6x minus 8. So we can actually see this 13x, 3x plus 13 is going to have to be equal to the 6x minus 8. Now you could have just gotten that from the very first thing. If you look at this angle and this angle, and we don't even worry about theta yet. Remember, theta is just a variable. It's just like saying x or something. It's just a Greek letter instead of a regular letter you're used to seeing. But if you look at these two yellow angles, now remember, this is marked here with some arrows here, so we do know they're parallel. So these are going to be on the exterior, remember, because this is the interior in here. And so these two yellow guys are on the exterior, and they are on opposite sides of the transversal. Here's your transversal, cuts through the parallel lines. And see how one's on the top half and one's on the bottom half of this green transversal. So these are alternate exterior angles. So if remember, we have alternate exterior angles are going to be congruent to each other. And we could see they're both A's. They're both acute angles in this picture. Acute, remember, is going to be less than 90 degrees. So that means this 3x plus 13 has to be equal to the 6x minus 8. So let's go ahead and solve to find what our x is. So let's see, we don't have any like terms on this side, and we don't have any like terms on this side, but we do have variables. So I got x on this side and x on this side, so I'm going to get rid of one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3x from both sides. So I have 13 left on this side. 6x minus 3x gives me 3x minus 8. Now I'm going to try to get x by itself. So I'm going to plus 8 on both sides. So I'm going to get 13 plus 8 is going to give me 21 is equal to 3x. And then to get x by itself, I'm going to divide out the 3. And I'm going to end up with x is equal to 7. So I did solve for x. Now I need to find the measure of theta. So that means I have to plug this 7 back in for x. So I'm going to go ahead and erase all this stuff I have over here so we have some more clean room to work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that 7 in right here. And I can even plug it in right here. So if I plug this in, we can do 3 times 7 plus 13. So 3 times 7 is 21 plus 13 is 34. So that means that this angle right here is 34 degrees. Now, we're trying to figure out what theta is. So that means you're going to go across. And if you will notice that this is on the same pizza, but we do have an x, right? This 34 degrees, so we have an x. So that means the angle opposite it on the other side is also going to be 34 degrees because those are vertical angles are congruent, right? So theta, the measure of theta is equal to 34 degrees. It says, can you find the measure of every angle in this diagram? And remember, you sure can. So we knew that these were 34, right? But we can always, since we have these parallel lines, we can always jump down to the other side also. So all of the acute angles in this picture are all going to be 34. So this is acute. Remember, these are little slices of pizza. If you think about your pizza, Get a regular pen. If this is a pizza and this is a pizza, all of the cute pieces, so this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, those are all going to be 34 degrees. So this one's 34, this one's 34, and we already had those both labeled. Now all of the other angles are the obtuse pieces, and that's going to be basically 180 take away 34. Because remember, these are all going to be like half pizzas. So this is a half a pizza on this side. So if we have 34, the other half has to add up to be 180. So if I do 180 minus 34, I get 146. So this is 146 degrees. Every single obtuse piece is going to be 146, 146, 146. And then that's going to make a whole pizza. It's going to add up to be 360 degrees. All the half pizzas are going to add up to be 180. And we're going to only have two different numbers when we talk about all of the slice of pizza, when we have two parallel lines.